The issue is because Dan's going for free ancient area route, Storewide will inherently have to run better than Dan. By
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
significant margin.
yeah. You have a point. He needs to be ahead by a significant amount.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Well,
Kind of either needs to rely on a mistake or he needs to play it like he needs to play out of his mind. He just needs to run some risks, which he has been doing. He's been getting 29s against Song and against myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think a 29, it could win in the race, but it will be tight.
Yeah, definitely. Also, Lumina, just so you know, CBF, Lumina does best in the face of adversity.
Yep.
So you got CBF in your corner. It's not bad.
All right, and we are counting down. So these runners better be ready. Round 2 is here. Best of 3.
Go gamers. Let's go.
So our cutscene. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh boy, that light sure will be glowing in the center of the screen.
I still think it looks cool when you see more than one screen doing it at once.
Yep, and we do see the runners do have different color depth on their switches, so you see the difference between the two.
Well, also, I think it depends. Well, you're right. It is color depth.
Yeah, you can change the RGB output in your TV output settings.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing we just totally skipped over the first run, which is valid because it's round 3 of the tournament and it's
everything
probably been covered. And yes, there's back to back to back is the language. So if anyone is new, you're probably realizing right off the bat, if you don't understand, I don't even know how to say that actually.
It's French, but yeah.
Yes, it should be open your eyes.
Yeah,
but
well, that's what I mean. That's what that means. Open your eyes. Yeah. Or actually, it doesn't actually mean open your eyes. It means réveille-toi.
Means wake up.
Yeah, it means wake up. It means wake up.
Prends cette tablette chica. Elle te montrera. La voix pour ton sommeil.
Oh man, we got some bilingual.
I was never good
today.
at French. But...
No, I know. I don't speak French. I understand French. That's as good as my. That's as good as my 8 years of French in school got me. Is I can understand French. I can kind of pronounce. I can pronounce the words. I don't really speak it very well. Apparently, according to Jason, in Japanese, it's also wake up.
They say both. They say
ouvre les yeux.
Réveille-toi in it.
I believe it's ouvre. Yeah.
All right, well, both of our runners are in the same exact language, same exact region of French, so no differences there, and they are off. The slight differences again, just that clipping through SOR.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that will add up. You see Dan pulling ahead by 5 or so seconds early on. That's the sort of thing Storewide can't really afford if he wants to pull ahead. It will be the small things that'll make the difference.
So somebody asked in chat, are there differences in the voice acting for European versus North American French?
Yeah, so Canadian French is a tiny bit slower. Maybe 10 frames, I think.
But in general, the reason French is the language used for any percent is because of the upcoming cutscene, where the voice acting is just that much quicker.
Yeah, this one and the first one, I think. Last year, I think the tournament, we did see German a good bunch. Just
wow,
because
maybe.
I know. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so German was believed to be the second fastest, being 4 frames slower than French, but it ended up being a little slower because of an extra text box after leaving Bomb Shrine. Which meant Canadian French was faster. Because the reason we see runners even doing Canadian French is because you have to switch your switch to European to get French. And that's a lot of effort, so a lot of the American runners just opt to tease German. Oop, still hitting the bokoblin. You're getting hit by the bokoblin.
Oh no,
yeah, didn't need to eat that much, that's a bit wasteful on the food front. maybe thinking you won't need it later, but obviously he did need it last run at Bomb Shrine. But yeah, he'll have a whole extra heart, which was not at all needed.
Alright, so Daniel, wow, clipping right in.
Slightly dodgy elevator clip. Does get in eventually. Very fast clip from Storewide.
Oh yeah, wow. Alright, so we're seeing hopefully a very standard stasis.
Nothing crazy. Nobody
Hopefully
falling.
They still have their amiibo runners. They didn't put them away.
As someone who's never seen a Breath of the Wild speedrun, what does you need to win? You need to beat Ganon.
Yeah, exactly. So
one of the cool things
about defeat Calamity Ganon. But yeah.
Yep. Well, and the cool thing about Breath of the Wild that's different from all of the other Zelda games is that the requirements to even get to Ganon are not nearly as intense or difficult. If once you complete the first tutorial area, the Great Plateau, you can just go and fight Ganon. It's just that simple. No dungeons, no crystals, no this, no that.
Fast but tricky speedrun.
Now, as a Ocarina of Time fan, I should mention there is no warping to credits, which is why in Ocarina of Time they actually have to specify between any percent and defeat Ganon.
Yeah, but in the rest of the Zelda games, any percent runs. I think Ocarina of Time. No, Majora's Mask also has some weird stuff, but that does have to defeat final boss still. But all your other 3D Zeldas, you do have to just play through the game.
And some of the 2D Zeldas as well. A lot of the any percent categories that are the most competitive or most interesting runs are the ones that are NMG, no major glitches, which basically means just play game fast. And no, because there are some very serious glitches, which you basically just warp to the end credits.
Yeah, exactly.
Just clip it. Just clip to the end.
That tends to be more popular in 2D games than 3D games. Games like Hollow Knight also focuses on no major glitches, just because how much the glitches break both the fun of doing the run and also watching it, because you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I think that the Breath of the Wild any percent is a great mix of those things, where it's very fun to run because there's a lot of really fun and interesting glitches to be done. As we see, there's a great variety of interesting things to do, and also to watch. It's very and Breath of the Wild any percent is very different from casual play, and it's also very impressive too to see someone do the Great Plateau in 15 minutes, where it took you 3 hours, or even worse.
Yeah, I'm sure to remember if I even wrapped it up in one day of play.
Daniel.
I also, folks mainly on Link to the Past. I'm also familiar with the NMG run for A Link to the Past. So yeah, no 7 crystals, no nothing. We just go to Ganon.
One thing I've noticed
there's no warp that we know of. Well, Sabri TV, there is a warp that we know of, but it's not a very well-run category. It's something called New Game Plus. You can basically load inventory or load flags, and if you basically set up a file where you have the Dark Beast flag, you can start a new game with Dark Beast loaded and just go and do Dark Beast, but you still have to do stuff. You still have to get other runes.
The new game file is about like a lot of hours of setup though.
Yeah, exactly. Which is one of the reasons nobody runs it. Exactly,
and I feel like it's kind of weird to have a category which requires 6 hours of setup to just warp to the end.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we're again seeing
BTB. I'm surprised he realized it so late, but Ops T. He can climb up that hill, but generally,
but he doesn't have a lot back. But he uses backup food already, so
yeah.
All right, so Daniel is into Cryonis, and StoreWide is having to set up this tricky BTB again.
Yeah, pretty huge lead already.
Yeah, and also we saw a very nice ESC clip from Daniel.
BTB looks better.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, looks good. A little low. Ooh, he doesn't.
Oh no! I saw the stringy link thing happen, and
spaghetti link,
hit. Yeah, the stringy link.
What happened there is he didn't pull the axe out for long enough for the for him to start throwing the weapon.
Yeah.
Which meant that when he unequipped the shield, it didn't perform the full damage cancel.
Mm. So if anyone's wondering, fall damage cancel, this is when Link is obviously going to take damage when he falls. There's a way to basically trick the game into thinking that Link is on the ground for a second, which will then reset the fall damage, I guess, calculation to 0.
Yeah, exactly. Because the way full damage works is it kind of takes your highest point and the point you end up at. But by resetting your current point, that just completely negates it.
Yeah.
It can be used in other tricks as well. But yeah.
So unfortunately, Storewide is now a full shrine behind.
Yeah, it's about 2 minutes of time difference.
Yeah. Ooh, and Daniel getting a little bit lucky. The Bokus did not hear him as he slipped a little bit down the cliff there.
A little slidey slide.
To the right, usually okay. Does end up alerting the third Bokoblin though, so we'll have to reload. The way it works is the third Bokoblin walks over and notices you, then the it can notice over the other two.
Those Bokus in there.
I wonder if he's gonna sound glitch.
It's the worst, man. Okay. It's the worst.
It's because he messed up his arrow shot. But yeah, not ideal. That's that's forest angle.
Yeah, I was gonna say we saw low forest angle from him last run. This is the other forest angle that's very high. Link, it just goes super high in the sky and then has to drop back down.
So what we see is Storewide standing very close to the wall, which is why he's having those issues.
Storewide definitely just gave Cheryl a moment. That was adorable. Oh no!
Yeah, so not giving yourself much room can mean that it's very tricky to have the forward momentum and stay on the crow block long enough to get the jump successfully.
Yeah, that all that area is just full of holes for Link to fall into. That didn't sound right. Anyway. Daniel performing
literal pits of time loss.
Yes, literal pits of time loss. Daniel clown sprinting to Magnesis, foregoing. Well, I think he forewent or lost the odds or chances of an unloaded Magnesis a long time ago. But
we do see the gap closing quite a bit because of Daniel having a really rough movement to Mag.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably that's about 40 seconds in it now.
As we said before, and as we saw before, it's not over till it's over.
Probably about a missed BTB in it. We'll see if it ends up being effective.
This is a nice...
looks like a good angle, yeah.
It does. It looks like a very nice BTB from Storewide. So if you were noticing, we said something about unloaded. So this Shrine Magnesis, from far away...
right here, you'll see it.
Yeah, I really hope you're about to see it, / he probably lost the chances by where he landed, maybe. So from far... wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful!
You're welcome.
Shrine, yay!
So from far away, the game, there's no reason to load, like the actual shrine with the door because you're not anywhere near it. So it gives you like this just very,
Potato. The potato.
Yeah, just like potato, exactly. Yeah, there's just like this shape. And because there's no door, then yeah, you can just walk in.
Yeah, it saves you having to clip in, which is about 10 seconds of difference.
And unfortunately, it's very inconsistent because the game loads in what order the game loads everything is very much RNG. It's very much RNG, and there's no real way consistent to get it to unload it. But if you get it, it's very exciting.
Yeah, hi Greg.
Yeah,
Greg was definitely going for a hit there, but
but he missed. Damn, Greg, eat your veggies. He also had some suboptimal movement. He fell in the water, and Magnesis on his way down. So again, Dale might be an alert. Hope not.
All right, so this gap is probably what, 20-25 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, something about that. Which isn't too much, but you got to consider that Storewide needs to be ahead.
Yeah. Unloaded mag seems to be hard. Only 18 runs of 65 have gotten it. Sorry,
Yeah, it's quite a
67
lot.
runs.
Oh, the
And
barrel.
was timing the jump. The goblin will probably reset its position.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's failed.
All the things.
Just
That's
run,
the run.
yeah.
Chance for Storewide to pull a lead.
And that's why we call it Juggers.
Surprised he doesn't get shot by the goblin here.
He also is going for that tree rocket.
So that's a much better landing spot from Storewide, which means you won't have to worry about getting shot this time, because he got up the pillar much quicker. And yeah, that's much nicer.
Oh yeah, that barrel was super close, but no, we're good.
All right, Storewide. Ooh, very nice. Has gotten very nice BTB. They are now pretty much neck and neck.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Very even now. Dan just losing a lot of time across the last two splits.
And just like that.
You say that. The gap's opening again.
Yep.
All right, we are tied at the entrance to bombs, pretty much. Or we're off by maybe 5-10 seconds, if that. Which is pretty, considering how far Storewide was behind, it's pretty impressive. But also, Daniel did make a lot of mistakes, so. But Storewide was able to capitalize on them and not.
So where are runners on their hearts and resources? Daniel is down an arrow? Is that still the case?
Is anyone down there? I must have missed that.
Didn't you say that earlier? Because the way he reloaded.
And he also had to use another arrow for an extra tree launch.
Maybe, I don't know. Didn't see if he lost one.
Okay.
I feel like if you get the perfect angle, the chance is higher than 10%. But if you get the angle, that angle, it's not trivial.
Daniel needs to eat. Does recognize it.
Good. Ooh, landing at a quarter heart, but all good. Storewide looks like he took some damage before he landed. Maybe hit something else. A little strange. He had 3 hearts and then obviously lost 1 to the wind bomb, and then all of a sudden he was at a heart and hadn't even landed yet.
Yeah, he ragdolled off the top of the inside of a shrine.
Yeah, he must have clipped the edge of something.
There you go.
And that was his last backup food, yeah.
Yeah, slightly nicer wind bomb from Storewide means the gap is slightly slower than it was.
Yeah, we're very close. Yeah, we're rather close now.
All right, we'll see what their route to the Temple of Time is. We gotta, after we talk to the old man, you know.
It's very important. We have to talk to the old man, who's definitely not King Boss Ramus of Hyrule.
No, he wouldn't.
Definitely not Santa.
No, definitely not Santa. No.
And we have a just a little shaded deal. Get the paraglider from the sky. That's all we need.
Exactly.
We gave it to you. The price is right.
Yeah, exactly. And looks like both of our both Storewide and Daniel got the wind bomb over to the trees. And
yeah, Storewide was a little slower, but they both get there pretty nicely. Very nice landing spot from Daniel.
Both getting the tree launch. And both getting paraglider. Again, I think Storewide is like 20 seconds behind.
Not even that. About 15.
Right. Unfortunately, the game lets us cut through these cutscenes, skip them. So we will see them back to the action very soon.
16:58 plateau, so considerably slower by Daniel than compared to his first race, about 2 minutes.
And
slower.
I think both Storewide's plateau is also slower. I'm pretty sure.
Storewide's is about the same, I think.
I thought Storewide's was high 16. No, or maybe I'm just misremembering.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, much weaker plateaus from our runners, but we do see it's pretty close. Daniel not going for Gamer Lumina backup, unfortunately. Hate to see it, you know.
I know, yeah. I mean, we enjoy seeing that backup BLSS for sure. But understand if runners are comfortable with this BTB, then by all means.
Absolutely.
But I mean, even if you are comfortable with the BTB,
Yeah, be less is not hard. I mean,
you're losing time by reloading, even if you get it second try.
Yeah. Let's put it this. Ooh.
They were saying Storwide getting the gap that he needs.
Yeah, Storwide is now
a 30-second lead, so if he can hold it together, he's in the advantageous spot going into the end game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, BLSS is a kind of trick that, with practice, is very simple. If both, not to be mean to NB, but if both MB and I can do BLSS, anybody can do it.
Yeah, no, it's free.
No,
I taught my brother, who doesn't speedrun the game, how to do it in about 5 minutes. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's no harder than weapon smuggling, and weapon smuggling is not hard.
Yep, and I'm even amazed. I still remember the input for it after a couple weeks. You know, like I could do it anytime. I feel like, but
we do see Daniel getting a BTB eventually. But yeah, there's a bit of a gap now. Yeah. Surprised Storwide's for standing there for so long. I don't know what's going on there. And because of Dan not having ski, this will be a slightly faster BTB than Storwide's. Yeah, unloaded gate is pretty common. It's about a 1 in 6 chance that you miss it, from what I've heard. But the backup clip's not even bad anyway.
Oh man, I always just am amazed what is loaded and not loaded sometimes.
I think that generally happens when you restart the game. You'll get the rocks loaded in.
Yeah, that was crazy how bad it was. Come on, game, catch up.
Yeah, that'll often happen in your first run of a day.
Yeah, and this is the kind of game where I don't know if you guys know this. This game is 1 gigabyte. That's it. I've seen bigger, and I've seen games that don't look as good as this game, that are much larger files. So this game saves space on not loading everything in all the time. But it also comes in handy when you speedrun. So what's about to happen?
Googled Breath of the Wild's 13.4 gigabytes.
Really?
Apparently.
Mine was not.
I'm pretty sure when people have to uninstall and re-download the game to remove DLC, it does take quite a while. So yeah, I think it is up there.
We can talk about this later.
Downloading
because we can talk about this later.
Fake news alert! Alright, so we got StoreWide is working his way up. He's got to get, again, all of the things he needs. Hopping into Zelda's room.
Dead angles again. Daniel just not quite finding the angle. He runs in a row. And with that, the lead does open up even more.
Yeah. So Zelda's room has this Moblin who is carrying
a very nice
very
sword.
good weapon. Oh my goodness. And a bow
and picking up
as
an extra couple
well.
extra arrows. Yep, that's good. That's good.
You see Storwide with, I think, about a minute lead now. So it's reverse of last run now. Storwide is fully in the commanding position.
Yeah, because we could have seen them really kind of pulling closer together because, again, Daniel has a quicker castle route than StoreWide.
Consistent second tries. Yeah, it could be worse.
It could be.
Oh,
could be consistent third tries.
Alright, so StoreWide is setting up. This is where I like to look away because I just don't.
Like,
yep. Just don't. I just don't. My poor little heart.
Looks pretty dodgy, actually. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell because the details went down a bit. He's got something. He might be alright.
So the head shaking here is really good sign. And then, sure enough, he's gone. Windblight is just gone.
Okay, so apparently 49 of 67 runs have had the unloaded Magnesis. Sorry, not that Magnesis. 49 of 67 runs have had the unloaded gate, which is that's very solid.
The rough estimate I've heard is 1 in 6 runs have it fail, and DLC may play an effect in that as well.
That's kind of opposite the Magnesis load, so it's kind of funny.
So I actually want to ask Jason, our 31PNMR in chat, if anyone's missed Windblight skip.
Oh, I've missed Windblight Skip many times. Like, you don't need it for that one.
In this tournament, I mean.
Yeah.
Really?
Many times.
Okay. Oh, okay.
My first 3 qualifiers all missed it.
Oh,
really?
Yep.
Well, and a big factor there, so you might have noticed they're setting up very specifically, like, jump on the wall for a second, which I know when I was first watching, I'm like, what in the world? Like, why are you taking the time to look at the wall?
That means Storewide is down an arrow and a bow shot.
Uh-oh.
But the critical thing is that they're just to make sure that the arrow is hitting Windblight during the cutscene.
The exact right angle.
At the exact spot, and if you have gyro on, some runners I know are much more comfortable with gyro. I use gyro when I play. And so, yeah, I mean, it if your hands are shaking, which they probably are,
it's harder to get.
Never run, you know? Yeah.
Well, 3 of those failed Windblight Skips are me, so there's what it is. Actually, no, I guess that won't be including qualifiers, so maybe I'm not part of that statistic.
Gyro weird, gyro good. There's just successes.
Missing the 1 cycle on Firelight, which will cost about 10 seconds. At this point, it doesn't really matter in terms of Daniel catching up as much as it matters in terms of running out of attack food for Storewide. These little mistakes.
Yes.
I do wonder how he's going to back up being down an arrow, though. Will he go for the boomerang for it?
We'll have to see.
Interesting how he goes for the double hits there. I guess it means that Thunderblight is a tiny bit less health in phase 2 if you get him.
Yeah.
Alright, so we see both runners are phase 2 of their blight.
That's actually kind of cool. see both Thunderblight and Windblight and now Fireblight be like
Exactly, doing their little transitions, hyping up, you know. Which I remember as a first-time player, those transitions were like crucial. Like, oh my gosh, I actually beat a whole phase of a boss. Like, so
yeah, I was surprised at just how awesome the music is and just how like hype the music is for these not mini bosses, but they're dungeon bosses.
Yeah, after
the music gets me every time.
Most of the game. It does pick up a bit.
Alright, Storewide is again in.
Flurry. That's just something he likes to go for.
So again, a question for a runner. How laggy is the game when you're actually playing, when you're shooting those ancient arrows at Ganon?
Not noticeably.
Okay, because like on my screen, it's pretty laggy. Like right now, like.
Restream.
But yeah, I was just making sure that was actually just the restream and not what he's seeing as well. Because those headshots are crucial. And it's hard to get a headshot if you can't see the head.
That is tricky indeed.
Alright, so Storewide is on phase 2.
Forcing the laser messes up the minute. Does he get it? No, he's been messing up the minute. And that's
Oh, get the wall! Damn it! Not the wall!
Parry. I don't know what he's looking at. Oh, he's trying to get the shield. Don't want to see him go for the wall laser parry. This is a really easy one to mess up.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no!
That's why you don't go for that one. May have felt pressure too because of the the attack
speed
feed,
at the time. Yeah, his attack food was he needed to hit that to make it.
Yeah,
but there's no muscle memory for that, so that's a really hard one to hit.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't blame him for going for it. I really don't.
Ooh. Well, Daniel is also in Calamity.
Alright.
Yeah.
Storwide's going back on the horse. Let's go.
We missed Ancient Arrow headshot from Dan, so we'll need maybe even an extra flurry, but I think we might see. No, he does just have it.
Well, just a reminder for everyone in chat and for my heart, this is a double elimination tournament, and this is a winner's bracket match, so this is not the end of Storewide. We will see him.
I mean, it's not even lost its race yet, you know? Dan could choke.
Yes, exactly. So we It's not over till it's over, and even if it is over, it's not over. And knowing Storewide, he'll also come. So,
yeah, well, we would endlessly rip about this for the rest of the tournament.
All right, so Daniel has this pattern, Stunlock pattern that we love to see.
Which is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Lumina, only possible in second phase Ganon.
Yeah, exactly, because the only time that you can get the slam is when he's doing the animation where he puts on the fire shield, and that only exists in phase 2.
Silly fire shield.
Yeah, just mustn't. He doesn't even know its sweetness.
Yeah.
A little bit of an oversight by the developers, but we take full advantage of it.
Yeah, broken the game.
That didn't exist, and there'd be a lot more RNG in phase 2.
Yeah.
You could only use headshots to get climb off the wall in phase 2.
Yes, looks like with Daniel making it to Dark Beast, seriously bad things have to happen for Storewide to be able to pull ahead.
Yeah, this is all but over. And I think Storewide will be kicking himself because these are both races that he hypothetically could have won.
Yeah, which is really rough. And dying in Ganon fights also just rough in general because you just lose so much time.
Yeah, just came down to those micro decisions. Yeah.
And I think those little decisions in choosing to go with the riskier strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe he's gone for that laser parry, maybe it's something he's comfortable with and he just couldn't get it on the time. But most runners you see will usually try and avoid that attack because it is very hard to normalize the parry timing on it.
Good learning opportunity too to be able to look back and see what to grow in. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, I just hope they're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, Storewid's already pulled.
You're obviously having some fun.
Yeah, I would hope so.
No, it's Breath of the Wild. They must not have fun.
Yeah, no fun allowed. The only fun allowed in Breath of the Wild isn't 100%. Hundo Fundo.
What? No. No. Oh, you see Dan getting kicked. Bit of a mistake there.
Don't like that.
He didn't lose any health, but his horse is who knows
gone.
where.
Well, you don't really need the horse. It's just a little easier to get around with the horse.
Yeah, it depends where you are, because you do need bullet time, but it depends where's the place in the button there is in this situation. That was a big mistake.
Whoa!
His horse, which forces himself to ragdoll into
the that? I'm sorry, I used a bad word.
He just ran into the tusks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not looking where he was going.
Daniel giving us a heart attack at the Dark Beast. How dare.
But as you notice, he actually really didn't lose time on that.
Because the fight's so slow, it doesn't matter.
Because it's practically an auto-scroller, and GG's.
Yeah, GG's to Daniel.
Considering the struggles he had with Mag and Castle, a 31 flat's really solid from Danver. We'll get our runners in for an interview once they're both finished, I believe, will be the plan.
If Storewide, hopefully Storewide will finish this run. I would like him to finish this run on Optic forfeit.
I'd be surprised if we don't, but we'll see. That's good so far. He is down to 2 hits actually there. So Claymore throw though, which means that we shouldn't have climbing the wall in phase 2.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Pauses for laser. Does it correctly this time, and we will see one final laser parry. Very nicely done.
Yay! Redemption! Yes. That has to feel good.
Eh.
No,
we would have felt better the first time, but it's okay.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, all Storwide has to do to finish the Ganon fight is to correctly time the rest of his laser parries, which, if he's good, and we're sure he is, he'll have this in muscle memory. Just
yeah, exactly. There's a few things to consider here, which is when you start the spin in terms of having enough stamina and when to let go, which is a really big thing. So those are two easy to manage things, and most runners will have it down within a few attempts of learning it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get our runners in here shortly. Get a little interview going. Before that, yeah, let us know in chat if there's any questions you want the runners to answer. Or any other questions that you have about the run in general.
Yeah, we have the ability to ask them directly, so...
We have the power.
We have the technology.
We have the power of speech, yes.
Yes, I can see and I can speak. Storewide having some fun, you know. Why not?
Had some fun with the big pig, you know.
Yeah, I think when I first saw this pig, I thought like, whoa, like, where are we going? Like, is he gonna try to like go attack a town or something? Like,
that would have been cool, a big like set piece ending rather than a pig slowly turning around on a field. Very unthreatening to anything nearby.
Aimless, yeah, exactly.
Like if you don't
honestly,
beat it fast
we
enough,
might
goes
even be the
Shark
bad
Attack
guy
Rico
here.
or whatever.
Dark Beast doesn't even threaten anything.
No, he just walks around in a circle.
Just grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Just the grass. That's it.
Well, then holds
And
a grudge.
couple of trees. Yeah. And it's always rainy, right?
Yeah, and always
It always starts raining after the first set of free shots, yeah.
And then it always goes to sunset for the last, after the belly shot. Yeah, that's something that actually I realized later. I was like, wait, if they don't ever get opening cutscene, they never get time of day or get any weather. How come it's raining in the Dark Beast fight?
Right.
That's just choreographed in the whole. That doesn't matter if you don't get time of day. No, don't shoot the horse, Storewide!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Storewide. Oh.
Got him. Got him.
No. Qué triste.
Well.
Horse wasn't fast enough.
GG, Storewide. No, Storewide,
yeah.
no!
Alright, GG's. Officially, Daniel M1. Is there, hold on, making sure 1,110 has won. He will be going on to face either...
Winner of CBF and who is it?
Clumsy.
CBF and Clumsy.
Exactly.
Which, I believe the race happening on Saturday. And Storewide will go on to face the...
A bit of maths for Storewide. It's the winner of the winners of Orcrist, Cinnamon, Crazy AZ, and Pokey Panda.
Oh, it is that. Okay, all right.
There'll be one of those four will face off. See, this is why
I'm so
Winners Round 3
confused.
should have been next week. It's made it a whole lot more confusing. And it means it will be a long
Yeah,
wait
like I'm so
until
confused.
some of these races.
Well, we
But
have
alas.
plenty of the races that should be happening. I mean, like this shouldn't be happening, but plenty of the round 2 races coming up for you later this week. But first, let's get the runners in so we can see how they felt about this.
Talk at them.
Talk at them. Ask them.
Yeah.
That's really what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
It's a one-way conversation.
Hopefully they can hop into the waiting room. If you hear me, join the waiting room.
It's possible that neither. Yeah, well, Daniel, I know in the past Daniel is a quiet guy, not much of a talker. So I've I've come for races where he doesn't want to come in for it.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, while we're
I
waiting
expect to be in here right now.
our next run, yes, like we've mentioned, is tomorrow. And with one of our comers, with Lumina. There's actually it's a back-to-back though. So we got Slyzura and Lumina. Sorry, wow.
Luminal.
Oh my gosh. I did not. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I corrected myself immediately. Excuse me.
Wow. You fought it.
I did. I'm so sorry. And Harmyan versus Stompy after that. So got some good match. And then two more on Friday. And then 3 more on Saturday. So we just got plenty of content coming.
Yeah.
Edian, no, don't make it worse.
There's a lot that haven't been even scheduled yet as well.
Exactly. So plenty of races here. All the Breath of the Wild hype. And yeah, let's see, the next 4 will be just the round 2. So the best of 1 matches. Saturday we'll have those longer runs though. We'll be back to winners bracket round 3.
Yep, 3 of our 4 winners people haven't decided to delay the match a week, which means that brackets will be a bit wonky for a while.
Yeah, we'll be like the winners bracket will be a round ahead for a little while.
Yeah, exactly. It means a lot of these runners will have a long time to wait before their next losers bracket race.
Which can be good. More time for practicing, Yeah.
I feel like having a month between your races kind of takes any tournament feel out of it.
Yeah, it blows the wind out of your sails, Yeah.
But yeah, I do know some people are probably just tired too, so you never know. Maybe they want a break.
Yeah, we'll see. Doesn't look like we're going to get any interviews, so I don't know. We'll wait and see what Adian says.
Our wonderful restreamer.
Who makes all of this possible, who is wonderful and amazing, and we literally could not do this without them. ADN, Angry Demon Noises.
Alright, well give me a couple more minutes, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Alright, so in the meantime, what are your guys' favorite categories besides Ani%?
Well.
Have
you heard?
I think I do know the answer to this, but that's
Have you heard of the legendary category? All Dungeons Extended. Now,
also known as
why
ADEX.
is this category so good? I'm sure you were wondering. I'm not going to explain that. You just have to take my word for it, okay? It's the best category. And you should run it. Yes, I'm talking to you.
So, Lumina, just so you know, I've been interested in running a category which is a very niche and unknown category called the Hyrule Bike Race. Just basically, you get the bike that you get for completing Champions Ballad DLC.
Yeah, I've seen LP running that.
And I was complaining to Lieutenant Periwinkle, who has the world record in that run, how the weather was just screwing me over when I was trying to practice it. And he's like, well, what you could do is that you could clip out a Shrine of Resurrection, do an 8X run, and then have the bike for that, and so that you would never start time of day. And I was like, but what if I don't want to run 8X?
Blasphemy. You do want to run 8X.
Alright, so we know Lumina's answer, we know Ariel's answer.
No, on the real, my favorite's probably All Dungeons at the moment. I think it's just a really fun category. All Dungeons is also a lot of fun.
I mean, All Dungeons has gotten a bit of a revival since BLSS because it really changed the route.
Mm.
Yeah, it's become a lot easier now.
It's become a lot easier. So we've had a lot of significant reductions in the All Dungeons world record.
If bingo does not count as category, then I would say Dog Percent.
Dog Percent's a good category.
It's pretty awesome.
I'm a fan of Master Sword, restricted, really, because I think it's really just doing 40 shrines fast, and I think that's cool.
It is really cool.
And I think and the shrines are one of my favorite parts of the game. I like a puzzle. I like that sort of thing.
right, in chat, we're also seeing
2 love,
some
32
fans.
test of strengths.
Some Dog% fans also best ending. CBF
Best ending,
has a
true. Best ending is a very cool category.
You get the smile.
Yeah. Great Plateau any % from Sprinkles. Now I have to go look up the Great Plateau any % on record because I want to know now. I can't remember. The Great Plateau. Well, I mean, Hundo is for the truly, deeply insane people, you know. and you'll think that I'm being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm being realistic because the 100% run is a very, very, very long speed run.
It's a cool one.
Yes,
one of the most
but it
unique
comes
categories in the game.
breaks.
If we hadn't put breaks in the rules, nobody would run it.
I'm talking about Great Plateau Hundo, not Hundo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, Great Plateau.
Hundo's lame.
Well, yes. Hundo is lame.
What is Great Plateau 100? Is it just the 4 shrines and all the Koroks?
Yeah, Koroks. You got to beat the Talus. You have to
open all the chests.
Quite a few things. I think it's every chest now.
Maybe the Bokoblin camps?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, just the Talus and
get Chica Slate, activate grab. You have to activate the tower, get all available armor.
All available armor?
Yeah, old shirt, well-worn trousers, highly-in trousers, warm doublet, and Nintendo Switch shirt. Trade 1 container for 4 spirit orbs, obtain all Chica Slate runes, defeat the stone talus, and collect 15 available Korok seeds. Timing ends once the paraglider is completely displayed on screen when the confirmation arrow is shown.
Because there's no glider movement for the entire thing.
Interesting.
So, can you trade your spirit orbs for the heart before talking to the old man? Or before the reveal?
Just go to Temple of Time and it's all up there.
Okay,
that's how you meant to find the old man. Because after you get a spirit orb or a stamina vessel there, the camera pans up to the old man on the roof.
Interesting. Well, I mean, the lore goes that the X of the line of the two,
Yeah, so you're meant to get to the Temple of Time, and then when you get to the Temple of Time, the goddess statue there's glowing. So that kind of like guides you to that, and then after that, it shows you the old man's on the roof.
Okay.
So I think that's how most people find it.
It is what is called the intended route for what the way the developers wanted you to do it.
Some people will just stumble across the ladder, or it'll be nighttime and they'll see the old man up there glowing, but I feel like the most common way is by going to the goddess statue and getting your first upgrade, because it also introduces that mechanic.
Yep. Again, this is a well-designed game that speedrunners are very angry at for making them do the tutorial every single time.
Maybe most runners don't mind Plateau.
All right, well, we have stalled a little bit just to make sure that Storewide, in case he wanted to come in and talk about those runs there. But I think it's safe to say we should probably move on.
You want to be freed. I was just letting you guys vibe.
Let me sleep, ADM.
Yeah, let's let Lumina go to bed.
Be held captive.
Alright, so we got our next match. It's tomorrow, Lumina versus Sly, so be sure to tune into that. Meanwhile, we are going to raid our friend Harky, who used to be an OOT runner, but is now been doing Breath of the Wild any %. So hopefully any of you guys who haven't seen Harky before, go say hi. Haven't rated them yet, so
they've become my morning stream now. They're one of the few runners that are up in EU morning times.
Harky is very wholesome. But yeah, thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you at the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, cheers for watching. See you all tomorrow.